Hi Talk family, and welcome back to another episode of Talk the Talk. I'm your host. My name is Desh and today I am so thrilled to be joined by Calli Kaftel, and she is the dynamic HR coordinator at the Hatfield Motor Group. So Calli wears many hats. She's a wife, a proud mother to a 3.5-year-old daughter, and expecting her second daughter in June. So, a true girl mom. She's passionate about fashion, makeup, and embracing her femininity. At just 31 years old, Calli's journey began in the world of events and fashion. As you can see, she's very fashionable, working as a freelance makeup artist while studying a BCom in philosophy, politics and economics at Wits University. After graduating, she entered the corporate world, where she spent 6 years working for one of the top private banks globally, excelling in roles within relationship banking and new business. I hope I'm doing justice to this, Calli.
Yeah, thank you.
Now with over a year at Hatfield Motor Group, which is one of the groups that I work very closely with, Calli is focused on training and development and plays a key role in coordinating and facilitating recruitment for the Yes Youth Employment Initiative, an amazing program. Join me as we dive into her inspiring journey and learn more about the exciting work she's doing at the Hatfield Motor Group. I also want to add this. I want to emphasize that although I share a deep and very lasting connection with Brad Kaftel and Chantal Potgieter and numerous women within the Hatfield Motor Group, my decision to invite Calli was influenced by her unwavering support on my personal Facebook profile for quite some time. And furthermore, even though today marks our first meeting, I have truly admired her down-to-earth nature and highly relatable post on Facebook. Moreover, how could I pass up the chance to be the first to interview and welcome the youngest Kaftel, who is anticipated to enter the world in just 2.5 months. So excited about that. So without further delay, please give and help me welcome Calli. As always, this interview is proudly brought to you by Seriti Solutions, MFC, and Evo by Nedbank. Hello, Calli.
Hello, Desh.
I couldn't wait to say hello, Calli. Thank you so much for joining me. I know you are literally in your third trimester.
Well, just the start, yes.
Oh my gosh. And I remember being pregnant. Obviously, I've had 2 babies, but that was 16 years ago and 18 years ago, almost 19. But I remember it so well, because it is not an easy time. How are you balancing this?
So, to be honest, this pregnancy has been very different to the one I had with Tyler. So, with my first daughter, I literally gave her the middle name Ray, because she was a ray of sunshine from literally the moment I found out I was pregnant, because she was it was an easy pregnancy. She was an easy baby, all smooth sailing. And then this one is giving me a bit of a tough time, but yeah, I mean, I get through it, I manage, I do what I have to do. I have a toddler to look after and a job to do. So
absolutely.
Carry on doing what you got to do.
So we talked a little bit about, and you said, yes, you can ask me about it. And I think it's important, because we have a lot of women that go through what you've been through. This is, when I said to my husband, it's a rainbow baby, and he's like, what's a rainbow baby? And I had to explain that. So please tell us about the situation.
So basically, it was not last year, the year before, in August. I was pregnant it was my second pregnancy. And at 8 weeks, I had a miscarriage. It was a very tough and horrible situation. And I was very shocked to almost feel very alone in the situation. So you feel alone, but then you realize that there's so many women who have experienced the same things. It's not something that is spoken about. It's almost like deja vu to speak about it, but it's such a common thing that happens to a lot of women and multiple times to the same women.
Absolutely.
So yeah, I mean, it was a very tough time, and then I had a whole lot of fertility issues that came after that. I developed from the hormonal imbalance of the miscarriage. My body didn't fully recover. Then I got insulin resistance, and there's just been like a whole, it's kind of like a, it was an ongoing process. Right. It didn't just have the miscarriage and then move on with my life. It was kind of like an ongoing situation that I had to deal with. But thank God, and God willing, we are pregnant again, and we're on this exciting new journey. And Tyler is very excited to be a sister, so it's very exciting for all of us.
Have you named? We don't have to tell us the name. You don't have to tell us, but have you
We've
named?
got a few ideas.
Okay.
But, yeah.
Her name is going to be Desh.
It's a beautiful name, Desh. It's a beautiful name.
Just kidding. Okay, let's get back to what inspired you to join a very male-dominated industry. And no, it's not your husband, even though he's in the industry. No, I don't think it's that.
So, to be honest, I think it was just the opportunity that became available to me. Okay. So, I mean, I come from a banking background where that's also quite male dominated. Right. It's very difficult to be promoted in the banking world as a female.
Right.
I think more so it's eased up now, eased up now. But previously it was very tough. When I first started in banking, it was mainly males. I mean, you're surrounded by a lot of testosterone and a lot of like serious people. Right. Whereas I come from a very feminine like start with my fashion and makeup and that kind of industry. So it was quite a shock to the system how the corporate world differs from the events world and the feminine world. But I think Hatfield had the opportunity for a training and development coordinator as they grew in their volume of dealerships and their staff. So when the opportunity became available, I grabbed it and I said I want to interview, because to be honest, it's something I've always wanted to do, and I tried to get in banking into the development and training space. And as much as I was involved on a very small level within my teams that I was a part of, it's always been something that I wanted to do, because I love dealing with people. I love dealing with women and with empowerment and
I know that.
Leadership. So I was never, I would interview for various roles within HR at the bank. And unfortunately, I'd get to the 5th or 6th interview, be told you did phenomenally well, but you're just not the right fit, and there's someone slightly more experienced than you. So it was a very tough journey to get to, but everything I believe works out how it's supposed to. And everything happens for a reason.
And I cannot picture you working for another group right now.
No. I don't think I would be allowed. I'd be excommunicated.
That's not going to work out.
No, that's not going to work out. But I'm very blessed in my current role that I have. And
so are you the one doing the interviewing normally?
So yes. So
this is your first time after your interview that you're being interviewed, right?
Pretty much.
Okay.
So I'd work with my colleague Mashlin. We do the YES program recruitment, which is an amazing, very rewarding program. It's one of my favorite parts of my job, is seeing these candidates succeed, especially after a year being permanently employed, because they've just done so phenomenally well. And it's very rewarding, but I do it with my colleague Mashlin. And then obviously my boss is Suzanne Fenter, the head of HR for Hatfield Motor Group. But I help with all kinds of recruitment. So if there's someone who needs to be interviewed for the apprenticeship program and the workshop, I get involved.
I think I should take this opportunity actually to ask you about it, because I was going to ask you off screen. So
I would love for my son to get involved. Yeah, he's just matriculated, but so maybe someone else that wants to apply would know how to respond
Yes,
as
of
well.
course,
So
of course.
he's matriculated, but he is studying business law at the moment.
Amazing.
Would he still be able to qualify for the yes?
Yes, of course.
Wow,
So we
okay.
take it's generally a higher qualification, whether it
Okay.
be a certificate, a diploma, or a degree. But we also do accept many candidates who have a matric.
Oh, okay.
Our prerequisite is a matric, basically.
I'd like to give him a year off though, to study with boys. I mean, young men, you should know how they are. So I said, you take this year off, focus on your business, studies. He's doing law, business law.
Amazing.
But eventually he wants to branch into criminology or criminal law. So, I would like him to get work experience, and
Of course.
working for me is not going to work out for us.
You must give him my email address, and I'll definitely set up something with him. And
There we go. So I will also put your email address on this caption.
Sure.
So in future, if people would like to apply and they are qualified and they do meet the criteria,
definitely, they must contact us.
Hatfield Motor Group, and I might be biased because they are one of my biggest supporters and have been, but Hatfield Motor Group are one of the best groups to be employed and to work for.
I agree.
I've had other people that validated that for me, so and they're not family, just by the way. So how do you maintain a positive mindset, and what advice would you give to women, women that are not just pregnant, okay, but just women in general, to stay resilient?
Okay, so that for me is quite an important question, because I think in order to keep a positive mindset, you have to do something that you're passionate about every single day.
Absolutely.
So you have to, whether it's your beliefs that you want to project, or whether it's your the people that you surround yourself with, it's all very important in the space of your mind, because what you surround yourself is what you become. And your mind is very powerful in the sense that if you surrounding yourself with negative energy and negative people and things that you don't enjoy, you are going to get into that negative space.
Yes,
so
absolutely.
it's all about finding something you're passionate about, whether it's reading a book, going to gym, going for a walk. You've got to have some kind of routine. So for me, routine's quite important. And you've got to surround yourself with people that you care about and care about you.
Absolutely.
And that's how I maintain a positive mindset. I love people, I thrive with people, and I make sure the people I surround myself with are positive energy in my life.
Yes, I see that. Like I said, as much as you've been following me, I'm a fan. I've noticed that, and I observe the people that you surround yourself with, and it's incredible, because they say that you are the average of the 5 people that you surround yourself with.
So true.
So I think
Spot
that is
on.
So I don't know if you've faced any challenges in the industry, but have you, and how have you overcome it?
So
Not just in the industry. I think, let me rephrase that.
Okay.
In the workspace.
right.
Okay, as a female, have you faced any challenges, and yes, how have you overcome that?
So I definitely have, especially at my 6 years in banking. I had various roles with various leaders. And to be honest, I had a very negative experience with one of my leaders at the time, one of my team leaders. And it's sad because she was a female. And
Sure.
you'd think a female has your back, and a female would support you and would want you to do well and want you to be successful and would help you to get to the point where you want to get to. But instead, there was almost like a resilience to me. And there was a lot of sexism that took place in my team. So the men in my team would be shown different treatment to the females in my team. And I am someone who's not going to just sit down and keep quiet and not stand up for what's right or wrong. And I was taken through processes and I had to defend myself with actual facts and stats of my performance. And it was a very difficult time, because now you have to report to someone who doesn't support you.
Yes.
They're not a leader. They don't want to lead you. And you don't want to be led by them. But you, their employee, you've got to do what's right for yourself and for the business.
Yes.
So it was a very difficult time, I'm not going to lie. But I got through it, and I changed, they managed to change my team leader at the time, and I got an incredible woman who then inspired me and was motivational and
so
wonderful.
glad you counter.
So it's a very, I mean, for me, I strongly believe from my experiences in life, any negative experiences I've had have shaped me and actually become positive experiences. So I believe that I wouldn't have experienced the latter if I hadn't experienced the negative before.
Right. Yes.
It leads you to the place.
Absolutely.
And God has a plan for you, and God has a better plan than what you see for yourself often. So
I say that quite often. I think while we're making our plans, God is laughing at us.
literally. So yeah.
However, in light of that, how do you think, or how do you feel that society can better support women in these roles, or just support women?
I think give them opportunities. A lot of women are not given the right opportunities in the space that they're in. So a lot of men are chosen over women for certain roles, when in fact women are more than capable and would exceed expectations in the same role.
Yeah.
Women and men think differently and bring different things to the table.
Absolutely.
So I think there should be more initiatives to support women, to provide resources to educate women, to show them there are the opportunities that they deserve.
Yes.
So
Yes.
there needs to be more opportunities and more support, I'd say.
And tomorrow's the Hatfield Motor Group
Very
Awards.
Very
and
exciting.
you all preggies. Do you have your outfit chosen?
I
for
do.
you?
I had to organize it in advance with the stomach.
Yes,
So.
because you didn't know what size you were gonna. But you're very small, I must say.
Am I?
You're very small.
I feel like
oh
it's-
my
she's-
gosh,
she's
I was-
growing rapidly.
I mean, when I was pregnant, I promise you, I wouldn't have been able to sit like this. Okay, let's get back to your interview, because I can't help wanting to speak about your pregnancy and how you're sitting here in front of these lights, literally 2 months away from giving birth, and you look beautiful, you balance it. This is just an example of women and what we are capable of. And I'm
Thank
so
you, Desh.
I had a few pregnant women on my show, and it's a testament, like I said, to what women can do.
It's so true.
It is.
And we can do it all. People
Yeah.
underestimate
Yeah,
us. We
yeah.
can do it all. It's just your mindset.
I just want to steal this interview away from you just for a little bit. When I was pregnant for my son, I only had my dance school, and I had a newspaper at that time, and I had to make an income. So every Saturday was my dance school days that I would teach, and he had yellow jaundice, and I had to stay in the hospital with him for 7 days.
Oh my goodness.
I booked myself, because that was my weekly income, I booked myself out of hospital that Saturday morning, making an excuse to my doctors, okay, I hope he's not listening to me now, and saying that I needed to go home, which it was true, partly because we have to perform a ritual.
Right.
And I had to go home. I taught my dance lesson, booked myself back into the hospital, and then was discharged the day after that.
Oh my goodness.
So there are things that we have to do, and women are so capable. I had
You're amazing,
no
Desh.
maternity. I had no maternity leave. I had when my daughter was born, I was also running a publication at the time, and I had to contact clients to pay me because I had to support this little baby.
Exactly.
So I mean, that is what you are doing right now. I mean, there's no advantages for you because you are in a family-owned business. You are doing what you need to do in order for you to
100%.
if you want to see change, you need to be the change.
Agreed.
And
Fully agreed.
that's
I love
exactly
that.
what you're
I love
doing.
that.
Yes. So can you share any notable experiences of success that have helped shape your career?
Okay, so there's been quite a few actually that come to mind, but I think what I look back on and what my dad even mentioned in in the wedding speech that he gave at Mike and I's wedding, I was the lead makeup artist for the Porsche, Brutal Fruit and Guess fashion shows at the age of 20. So I worked for 2 years from when I was 18. So as I finished school, I did my makeup course, which was a few months. And then I went straight into doing events on the weekends, part-time while I was studying. Also in the evenings during the week. And I found a remarkable lady who owned this company. She's moved overseas since, but so the business isn't around anymore.
Right.
But she employed me and she gave me the opportunity and she saw something in me. And from that point, I did a lot of work with her and with her team. And I got thrown into the deep end for the one event because the head makeup artist was sick. And I had to literally man this whole fashion show as like
woman.
I had to woman.
Right.
So I mean, it was an amazing opportunity, and I think it taught me a lot about being under pressure, but like thriving under pressure and just believing in yourself. And I think more and more girls and women need to do that. And if I didn't have that experience, I don't think I'd be as motivated to do well at that point in my life. So it also obviously gave me a good references on my CV, and I think it helped me get into my corporate role as well, because I had this work experience while studying, while doing well in that freelance space.
Right.
And I loved makeup. It was really a passion of mine. I didn't see it as work. I'd wake up at 4 in the morning to get to events.
Here feeling so insecure because I do my own makeup and I'm not good at it at all.
I'll give you some tips, Desh. I haven't done makeup professionally for a while, but I'll give you some tips. It's so much fun.
Yeah, and you do such an amazing job at it. I mean, like, I definitely would like to hire you to do my Motoring Woman of the Year Awards makeup for the ladies. I think
that would be great.
I said hire, I didn't say pay. Okay. You have to volunteer for that. But that would be so amazing because they come from all over the country and we don't have a makeup artist. So, and we need like 2 or 3 makeup artists on the day because there's 36 winners.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so, yeah, I would love to get you to...
I can get involved. I don't know if I can do it professionally, but I can help you. I've got lots of contacts in the industry and excellent makeup artists.
Gosh, here's Desh recruiting a recruiter or an HR lady for makeup opportunist. Anyway, how do you balance assertiveness, talking about HR, and empathy in your interactions?
So I believe in being kind first always. So I'm an empath and I believe in showing empathy and kindness to everyone that you encounter. You don't know what they're going through. You don't know what their experience is at the time. So I like to be kind but firm. So if there's a time and a place, I will be firm. If there's a time and a place, I will be serious. It depends on the situation, but I like to balance it with showing heart first, and then if I have to be firm and assertive, I will be. The banking corporate world gave me a backbone. I was a very I'd say insecure, not insecure, I've always been quite confident, but I was insecure in my abilities. I was outgoing and I appeared to be confident, but I think that taught me that you have to be strong. You're a woman in this country, in this world. You've got to show resilience. You've got to put your best foot forward always. Wipe your tears and get back up. It's not about how you fall, it's about how you get back up. And that is my driving factor in my life. So even with the corporate world, it was a huge shock to my system. 6 years in corporate is a wild experience. You're working crazy hours. You're dealing with incredibly successful, powerful people. And I think that gave me the experience I needed to actually be stronger. And when there is a difficult client or someone that literally is shouting at you and going crazy at you, and there's nothing you can do, it's not in your control, it's not your fault, you actually have to step up for yourself and say, this is not my fault. I will do the best I can, but this is not in my control. And that I think is an important lesson I learned.
Absolutely. Look, I mean, there's a book that Doe Ledley wrote. It's called, from MFC. It's called Against All Odds, and I'm actually thinking about publishing something very similar, because that's what I had to go through, against all odds. Become the first motoring journalist to have owned these platforms that I have. And I'm making an announcement for the first time. I will be representing Africa at the Women Symposium in Vegas for the SEMA Automotive Show for the second time. For the second time. So
congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. But it is, I mean, I literally had to come back from a lot of challenges last year. So it doesn't matter that you get to this point in your career and you think, okay, I've done it, I'm okay now, and then you have this relapse. And then you find the strength somehow and the resilience you're talking about to just get up and
put the foot back on the pedal.
Literally, in our industry, put that foot back. Or for me, I mean, you here right now, and there's like 3 test drives outside my house. I don't have a choice. I need to test drive those cars. So, but Calli, it's been such an amazing, just to get a different feel of the Kaftel Group, the Hatfield Motor Group, but get some, what's it, estrogen? It's just for female, some more female power in your side. Thank you.
I've got lots of them.
Yes, lots of them. But thank you so much. I had an opportunity to invite a few Hatfield Motor Group's ladies and a gentleman that would be joining me soon, Brad Kaftel, obviously. He is my annual visitor. But I would love you to be back every year and educate us about this whole HR process and the YES campaign. Is it the YES program or campaign?
It's a YES program.
Okay.
It is one of the most rewarding parts of my job. I love it, and as much as I love doing the leadership and training and development of the leaders, this is really giving fresh young individuals in South Africa the opportunity to build a career, to make something of themselves.
Absolutely. So from, like I said, at least annually we can do this, and we can educate. And we can educate our audience, because obviously our audience is growing. When we started with Hatfield Motor Group, we had 10 or 15,000 followers, and combined now just on Facebook we have over 100,000. So as it grows, we would like to empower more women and more people.
Amazing.
And I hope the YES program has a lot of females in it.
It does. I try to push for lots of females.
That's
as many as I possibly can.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much, Calli, for joining me in studio. Tomorrow we will be at the Hatfield Motor Group Awards. So you really have put yourself out for me, and the baby's coming soon, and I'm so excited about that. And before we go, I've been accused of being too serious and only talking about cars on my program. So we're going to do a little game of, we stole this from 30 Seconds, by the way. We're making our own.
Oh, cool.
You can help us with it, by the way. So you're going to describe to me what's on your, make it easy for me, okay?
I'm going to try.
Okay.
Okay. Am I going?
Let's do this.
Okay.
Let's do this.
One of the most famous Rastafarian males in the world.
Rasta. Would like the Rasta people are the ones they hate.
And a musician, and just an incredible.
He sings like reggae music.
Yes.
Bob Marley.
Yes.
I never got this card before. I didn't get that card. Okay. Another one.
Okay, so I had to do it as a reader at school about a young schoolboy, and it was one of my favorite comedic books I've actually ever read, and there were a few books in this series about an individual, like a little boy.
Oh my God.
Come on, Desh. I can't give more than that away.
A little boy. A character? Is he a character?
A character, but he's a young schoolboy who grew up in the times of, I'd say, just post-apartheid.
Okay.
Also,
is he
South
local?
African.
Okay.
Local.
He's local. Okay.
Local.
All right.
And just it was about navigating puberty and high school and boarding school, and it's.
Gosh, I'm
sure your son did this read at school.
I'm sure I did it. I have no idea. Who is it?
Spud.
Oh, you could just say potato.
A potato?
That's a spud.
I mean,
Okay.
I could have.
Okay, I'm not even gonna edit this out. Just let the Kaftel group of people know how really my IQ is really low. Okay, let's do another one. Embarrass me some more.
A very famous movie.
I don't do Hollywood. If you're talking Bollywood,
It's not. So I wouldn't say Hollywood, but there's like dinosaurs and wildlife and
Madagascar.
close, but not really.
Okay.
Older than that.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Like when you go to a field, there's another word for a field, like a public field, where there's
Ground.
where there's jungle gyms and things like that.
Playground.
Close. Like where there are benches and you can sit, and sometimes there's water there.
I have no idea.
But this is basically a movie that was
Calli, just give me the answer.
Jurassic Park.
Jurassic.
I said dinosaurs, Desh.
I am not editing a single thing out of this.
Maybe my explanations are not very good.
Wait.
let
Okay,
me tell you.
okay. Let's do this. I'm not going to make it. I just mentioned the country just now. Donald Trump is the president.
Okay, USA.
Okay, the other one. South.
Oh, North America.
South America, right. Okay, it's one of our local stores, not Pick and Pay, the other one.
Spa.
The red one, yes. Okay. I'm not gonna do that one for you. Okay, let's do this one. Yeah. The Italian gangsters. I call them
Mafia.
You're right. You see, you're supposed to do this for me, okay?
I try.
Okay, one more. There's a little city, I think, not a city, but a town on your way to Durban. Okay, there's like Dundee, I think, is on your way to Durban, and there's Newcastle. I think this is close by.
Okay.
Okay, it's not a man, it's a
Woman.
no, that's a
Female.
when you go to the
Ladies.
oh, right, okay. So the
Ladysmith.
you see, that's what you were supposed to do for me.
I tried. I got hard ones for you.
You could have just said potato spud. Is it? I mean, the English people call a potato spud.
I mean, I have an English grandparent, and I don't.
Okay,
I wouldn't use that word. I just think of that small teenager who was really.
Oh my God, Calli, you're killing me. My mic even fell down. Okay. But Calli, thank you so much
Thank you,
once
Desh.
again.
This was lots of fun.
Aw, thank you. Yeah, the ending part was a lot of fun. But yeah, I think what your information and your knowledge and whatever you've shared with us, I know that when I go back to interviews that we had published in 2020, where we only had 500 views on it, and I go back now, there's more than 3,000 views on it.
Amazing.
So this is just a documentary on all of our lives and this path that we are paving for so many future generations of women. Okay,
Another
one coming along that would look back on this, because on IWD, which is International Women's Day on Saturday, we looked at new stats, and it says that our projection of parity and equity in the working space, we will only see in 2159. That's a long time from now. That's 5 generations into the future. This narrative must happen, and it's women like you that comes here, many women in the industry that comes to the studio, to my humble abode, and share this voice. And one day, I mean, we could just be the catalyst for the change we wish to see.
100%.
Okay, so thank you very much.
Thank you, Desh.
I will see you next year. I'll see
Thank
you
you.
tomorrow.
I'll see you tomorrow in our dresses, all dolled up.
Okay, and so we also extend our gratitude to our viewers by, for engaging with our content, by watching, commenting, and sharing our interviews. Our non-profit initiatives, including the Motoring Woman of the Year Awards, powered by MFC, Evo by Nedbank, and the Talk the Talk Studios, which is supported by Seriti Solutions, focus on honoring and celebrating the woman in the South African motoring industry, women just like Calli. So our mission goes beyond storytelling. We strive to make a positive impact on lives. Together, we are dedicated to empowering and uplifting women within our industry. So if you're in the market for a new vehicle, we invite you to explore www.auto.evo.africa, where you'll find thousands of cars for sale, all from reliable and reputable MFC accredited dealerships, and you'll even find the Hatfield Motor Group dealerships on that platform. Our car listing portal is designed for ease of use, and it also features vehicle reviews as well as tips and advice for car maintenance, provided by yours truly, Talk the Talk Studios, Desh. So ladies, I'm just going to conclude this amazing interview by saying, never settle for mediocrity. Okay, so because you have the power to achieve extraordinary things, you should stay committed to your dreams, persist in pursuing your goals, and make them a reality. Yes, obstacles will arise, we talked about that, but with unwavering self-belief, there is nothing you cannot overcome. So remember, every great accomplishment starts with a single step. It's the courage to take that step and the resilience that we talked about to keep moving forward that will propel you towards success. I think it was Henry Ford that said, coming together is the beginning, keeping together is progress, and working together is success. So these words resonate deeply. When we unite in our pursuit of excellence, we lay a solid foundation for greatness. And by supporting one another through challenges, we progress together. And when we collaborate towards a common goal, we achieve success. So when you see a woman like Calli and myself collaborating, it means that we're trying to bring this voice together to empower. When you're in a place of power, you use that power to empower. So I urge you to embrace these powerful words, uplift each other, and strive for greatness collectively. Let's not have a repeat of Calli's situation where a woman did not support her. We need to support each other in order for us to get the support from our male counterpart. So together we can achieve the impossible. Together we can shatter glass ceilings and break down these barriers and create a future that is brighter for all of us. Please believe in yourself, believe in your abilities, and believe in the transformative power of collaboration. So with that, I'm going to end this interview by saying the question should never be who's going to let me. It should always be who's going to stop me. That's a follow-up.